Hello everyone, welcome to Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone. Today I've got another wave of 2023 Matchbox 5-packs to show you. We'll start randomly with you. This is the 70 years anniversary of Matchbox. If you haven't already worked it out, we're cruising on up to 4 months into the year, and they've been badgering us with 70 years logos. That there. Randomly, we'll open this MBX Adventure 2 first. Here's the card art. We've got Toyota, Matchbox, Geo, I'm not sure if that's an actual brand, possibly, maybe, and Honda, in the Honda Ridgeline. Anaconda, and the have they all got Anaconda? No, some have Safari and other things. Arrow, Flint, but we'll get to them in good time. Here's the back, and time to make some noise. I know there are more efficient ways to open these, but this is the trademark way now, so we'll hang on to it. Make a little bit of noise and then we'll get down to Bizzo. A couple of months back, I picked up a whole bunch of 5-packs from this year, the 70 years logo on every one of them, and I was scurrying through the shopping centre. It was quite early in the morning. I had an appointment on the other side of town, but I worked in a trip to Woolworths, which is one of two big supermarket chains here in Australia, and scooped the pools, you could say, or that's what I thought I did anyway. And I was scurrying through the deserted shopping centre back to where I thought I parked the car, texting the wife saying, I've just hit pay dirt, all these 5-packs, isn't it great to have a success? And then she texts back saying, are you sure they're new? And I got quite annoyed at that text, and when I got back to the car I realised that they were all just rehashed from previous years. I think just from last year actually, and quite annoyed at myself for getting wrapped up in the excitement of a new thing which wasn't really new. What are we looking at here? Tell the folks at home, Tyrone. 27 Honda Ridgeline, and yeah, that Anaconda logo is going to be everywhere, has been everywhere, but I don't think I have this one already. I haven't brought out everything of the collection relevant to these cars because there'd be too many on the table, wouldn't there? Should we go down a little now that we've seen the non-destroyed boxes? It's about as good as it's going to look this morning. Next, this one I quite like. It's not a real thing, but it reminds me a bit of the old Land Rovers. What do they call theirs? It's Swamp Raider. Yeah, that's right. It's a good looking casting for MBX casting. Yes, I know MBX stands for Matchbox, but the distinction is MBX means unlicensed, whereas anything else is licensed, obviously. I get he's probably gone away now. He got so angry at me, but every time I said or wrote MBX on my channel, he insisted that I was getting it wrong. MBX means Matchbox, don't you know? Yeah. What's this? This is the Geo Predator. This may be a licensed thing because it doesn't have the MBX tag on it. Muddy tyres, miraculously no mud made it to the chassis or bodywork, but we'll forgive them. They will do it. 2016 copyright. And did I bring any of his buddios out? Yes, I did. Just the one. Jungle Guides on one, and what's today's? It's just the Geo, isn't it? And Anaconda. If you're looking at it on the big screen, you'll be able to see every detail. Plenty of them. I mean, they do put in the work, don't they? They just don't have to pay any major company to run them. The Sonora Shredder is an interesting one. I didn't like it when it first came in because it's like, meh, you know, meh. And then they appear in numbers and they grow on you. This one, Jungle Safari on the door. It's got a whole heap of gear to bug out. It's a phrase being bandied around a lot on YouTube, given what's happening in the world. Everybody's trying to bug out. And some random ones that have appeared, usually in 5-packs or 9-packs. And I think the US still gets their 10-packs. I don't know of something that ever came to Australia. So we were always the 5 or the 9, and guarantee there are many, many more to collect. And I guarantee many more will show up. But that's okay. I'll almost resent the day when I have to build a new drawer just for my Sonora Shredders. I said to friends, I can't come over, sorry, got to pull the pin on those planes because I have to build a new drawer for my Sonora Shredders. You can imagine the looks they exchange. We've lost them. Should have called the Nut Farm years ago. Where did this come from? Oh, that's from there. I'm not even supposed to show you that yet. I'm getting carried away. Tyrone, get a handle on things. Oh, this came out. Oh, I just picked up the wrong one. This is what we're all after, isn't it? Man. A Toyota 4Runner. Of course it is. And there's a whole bunch now. And they're flogging them. They're really pushing them on us, which is good because they're a licensed vehicle and a really good looking one as well. But here we have a Safari X, Malcolm's brother. Next, silliness continues. Shall we go? We'll go on road first and then we'll go to the others. MBX European Highways. There are a couple of rehashes in this one. The Citroën DS is the artwork, and that's the star of the show because as far as I know that's a newbie. Not a new casting but a new colour, which is always good. The Audi, 2007 Audi R8, oh, they sound great, don't they? Well, they're just cruising and it sounds like they're a monster. 2011 Mini Countryman, moving right along because I have nothing nice to say about that car. DS Automobiles in the DS21 Palace? Was it Palace? Palais? Don't know. Probably Palais because I don't pronounce the S if there's no E after it. Land Rover, Range Rover Evoque, and the Scania in the fire engine. Here's the back. If you're the odd collector of cardboard out there, not odd, I think it's about 50-50, isn't it? Going by the comments, but, maybe you're a real tragic and you collect 2. You buy 2 of everything because you want one in the packet and one loose. I do not envy you, and I hope you can keep up with it all because there's a lot. One thing, they did too. All those dirty, evil little... So, they've done a slight wheel change on us. So it's not quite as it appears. See what you miss behind that plastic? Oh, is that a different year? Is that a different... What have they done to us? Oh, look. One's a 2006 and one's a 2007. I have to go through my entire R8 collection now. Man, I'll have to pull the pin on another dinner date. Both made in Thailand. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Oh, no. Okay. So the one on the left is a new thing altogether. I'm reading copyrights as opposed to years. So they're both a 2007 Audi R8. One's got a 2019 copyright and the other, drumroll please, has a 2006 copyright. Oh. And here I was bagging Matchbox for all these rehash. I wasn't even going to get the other one out of the drawer. I thought, I've just given it to us again, haven't they? But no. No, indeed, no. Well, that's something. See how careful you've got to be. You know, when I'm clearing out space in my collection drawers, quite often I'm a bit too quick to say double, double, double. And there we have a sneaky little trick. Got to be careful. Completely different, but identical. Next, the Countryman. You know all about my opinion on the real Countryman. Anything new? No. No sneaky little change up. I'll check the base too, because that's where it's at apparently. No, same. Okay. So that one goes to the vise in the workshop. And something more interesting. What they do here? Oh, this feels heavier. What's going on? Same. All appears to be tickety-boo. Nice to have a fleet, obviously. So that's him. And this one, I looked in the collection. There is no orange one. There is a red one. And there is a black one. There's probably other colours too. This is not... I have built the Ultimate Matchbox collection. Is it? 2015 Range Rover Evoque. They look good together. They look really good together. As we muddle up the table completely, I have to play it back to see what's what. And now, where'd that thing go? Where'd the orange one go? Oh, it's still there. Came with a program, man. DS Citroen. Now, I can't tell you whether or not this is a recolor. I don't think it is. I really don't believe it is. That's a beautiful blue. Sort of a greyish blue, isn't it? Chrome interior. They do that a lot on this casting. Wow. So it's 2000 copyright. There are a bunch of them around. I think this is only about my 5th or 6th colour. But so happy to have this to complement the others in the lineup. Really nice. There's a nice, not flat, gloss blue, a solid blue with a white roof that I have. I should have brought it out. Should have done a lot of things. We better cut to a break. And we're back. That was clever, wasn't it? We'll finally get to this one so I can get out the this one that's been popping onto camera every 5 seconds. Dirt Mudders. You can make all sorts of jokes about that, but I won't. Jeep, GM, Jeep, Honda, Jeep. Lots of Jeeps. There are so many Jeeps in the Matchbox lineup, aren't there? And strangely, they've got a reissue on the card art. Here's the back, briefly. And here's a knife running through the pristine packaging. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, probably 50-50 of the audience, I believe, collect the packaging. Not my thing. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's quite heart-wrenching to destroy really nice packaging, but I really want them loose, and that's the way it goes. So orange in this 2017 Jeep Gladiator. Where's the copyright? 2016 copyright. So not many of these, at least in my collection, although you may have seen this. The 4-door, well, I say 4-door, the 4-door with no doors is the more prolific one, I suppose, but maybe we'll see more and more of these as we go. So yeah, as far as I'm aware, it's a new colour. You may have it already in your collection. Going with the muddy theme, this has actually got tampos of mud up the side, so it looks slightly more out there. Big, beefy sucker. That's a lot of brown. Jeep Rescue Concept. Jeep and Matchbox collaborated quite a lot on concepts as well as their in production vehicles. There's quite a population crisis of Jeeps around here. Another licensed one in the Hummer, the H3. Looking kind of mean. And it's matte greyness. And I know this is a reissue, although I couldn't find the other one this morning. Maybe it's got slightly different wheels. Maybe it's got the red rims. But one day I'll find it. Should have been in the Honda drawer, but was not. Others were, but that one wasn't. And of course, this is, as far as I know, absolutely identical. Yeah, seems to be. And the only thing you can say about the endless reissues is if some packs, like these 5 packs, don't come your way, or the singles didn't come your way, at least you get another shot at getting it if you've been after it and couldn't. And of course, maybe they'll reissue these 2 as well of the mighty Jeep. Last one, my favourite. I did intentionally leave this one to the last as I completely muddle up the lineup. I like to get it all accurate to pack at the end of the video. That's not going to happen today. MBX City Drivers 2, and there is nothing in here that I don't avidly collect. It's got the 70 years in the different logo, because this is special edition, which means everything's dolled up to look very 70 years-ish. Chevy Blazer on the back and on the side, and yeah, every one of them I go after. What's on the side? MBX, Chevy, GM, and Pierce for the fire engine. It's interesting, they're actually calling it a fire engine instead of a fire truck. Clearly a non-American truck, or that's what I'd imagine anyway. And they've thrown in a little bit of Russian, as they like to do, or Greek, who knows. There's a lot of random things that just go straight over the head, don't they? And you've got to let them, otherwise life frustrates you. I remember Billy Connolly saying some things in life he just doesn't get. He used to tour a lot, and some things just went right over his head, and they annoyed him until he realised that he can't get everything. You can't understand everything in this world, and the more you let things go over your head, the happier you'll be. And it's a really good philosophy. As we gaze lovingly on this Caprice with the blindingly bright chassis. Yikes, is that a 94? I'm blind. 94 Chevy Caprice Classic Police. 70 on the back end. And what county? Shouted at the TV. Yeah, I can't make that out. Yeah, that'll go very well with the others. Always loved how that cuts over the top of the back wheel. So distinctive. The Holden Statesman did that just on one model around the same era. A bit of a smaller car, the Holden Statesman, and then they brought out the up-level or upmarket Holden Caprice to match this. But if you put this side by side in 1:1 scale, the Australian version would look considerably smaller. And of course, the Australian model for that year had a sort of a stumpy boot, a chopped off back end. Really distinctive. If you're interested, just Google probably 1994 Holden Caprice or Holden Statesman, same looking car, different specs, but really distinctive looking car. Fire engines. Now the purist would say it's not a fire engine, it's not red, but as I know from comments over the years that different towns and cities have different fire engines. In Australia, they're almost always red, unless it's a bush fire engine, which is either white or, well, a range of colours. Sometimes, yeah, just a range of colours. But here we have the Pierce arrow. Nice. I wonder how many in this colour scheme they're going to do. Is it going to be them all? I've got another fire engine on the card. I'm waiting for the others to come in to show you in a set. And the Chevy Blazer, EMS and Metro on the side. EMS, what is that? Emergency Medical Service, presume. Sweet. Really good. I've got all sorts of themes in this. If these come out, basically the whole catalogue again in the 70 edition, 70 year special edition, it'll coincide with all the other years that they've done that. They did the Gold Challenge, this one appeared in that, and a couple of others. Was it the 60th that appeared in that? But yeah, it'd be interesting to do a video just on all the special editions of the Chevy Blazer, and indeed the GMC Wrecker, because the Gold Challenge included this one as well. So their favourites get a look in every time something comes up, so it's good to keep track of. GMC Wrecker on the base, not much to see there. Gee, it's been around for a long time. Is that 1987 copyright? So I swivel for the best light. It looks like it. Yeah, that would make sense. Geez, there's a lot to collect then, I guess. I think I'm maybe up to 18 of them, not sure. And speaking of mass collections, it's been modified, but this Mission Chopper, unless I've changed the name too, modify everything, why not the name? Yikes. Mission Helicopter it is. The rotary's got smaller. The tail stayed the same, I believe. But yeah, it's gone through quite a few changes, but essentially the same thing. Does that click into place? The old one did. Maybe it's supposed to click there, but it didn't. Don't know. Sits a bit funky. Not a fan of that. Looks like it's got a droopy bum, like a dog that's been hit by a car. But yeah, loving the colour scheme on this. That'll go nicely once I run it through the vet. Sweet. Brilliant. Let's go uptown. I brought everything on the screen, briefly anyway, some of them. Look at that. What a haul. What a show. Hope you enjoyed it. That's the second wave of 4 anyway, of 5 packs for 2023. There were a couple of others, weren't there? I have lost count about how many 5 packs you'll have to go through the previous videos. While you're doing that, I'll go and fill myself with caffeine. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.